Hello YouTube. Good afternoon on this International Pipe Smokers Day. That's a wonderful day to have. Well, here on this illustrious day, spring has broken out. We have the most glorious day of sunshine, beautiful cirrus cloud formations, which means tomorrow should be good as well. Absolutely wonderful. I even put feed for the birds out, and they're ignoring it, which means they can find worms and stuff, you know, which means that's always a sign that they've signed off on winter and spring is on its way. A little bit early. I'm always worried it bites back sometimes and reminds you that, you know, not until the end of March you're really safe. Smoking this morning a bit more of my morning pipe, even though it's the afternoon. It's a lovely, lovely gentle smoke, this one. This is a tamper that I got quite recently. Janis pointed this out to me. There's a very skilled man in Slovenia who takes sort of antique objects or old silver spoons and things like that and turns them into lovely tampers. So I got one of these on Etsy. I'll leave a link below. By the way, all the links and references I get, I don't get anything from them. I don't really need anything from them. I just like to sort of share the sources of where I get this stuff in case anyone's interested to have a look. But he had a lot of ones like this, which are just lovely. They're not totally cheap, but they're not stupidly expensive either. Well, on this great day, I was wondering what I could talk about, and what I haven't talked about so far are Swiss pipes. But before I do that, housekeeping. This is the first smoke on this very important day in my beautiful Briar Works pipe, which I got fairly recently. And what I love about Briar Works is they've got a big choice of 9mm pipes, which for people like me in Europe we prefer. And the grain on this is just to die for, and it wasn't stupidly expensive, you know. I got it on smokingpipes.eu, so the European sister of Smoking Pipes, where they have really a lot of beautiful pipes. It's an American pipe, and my hat off to these guys. That is a lovely piece of briar, beautifully worked, you know, beautifully drilled as well, and it's smoking perfectly as you would expect. So on this sort of day of you know, the opening of the door to the passage to spring, at least, I thought, okay, I do have 2 Swiss pipes, 3 actually. I have a very old one, which is the very first pipe I ever had, and someone gave it to me as a present because I smoked cigars at that time. It needs a little bit of renovation, and it wasn't a filter pipe, so I sort of put it in a drawer, and I'm thinking how I can fix it up. So if and when I do that, I will show it to you as well. But I thought to myself, there must be other good pipe makers out here in Switzerland. which they are of course, but I did find this gentleman. This is Andreas Witschi. Lovely name. It's nothing to do with witches. It's a real Swiss name. A young man. I haven't actually met him yet, but one time I'd like to go and see him. And he's in Bern, our capital city here in Switzerland. And I'll leave a link below, but his coordinates are ftoll, F-T-O-L-L, at bluewin.ch. Bluewin is our telecom sort of standard of Swisscom email, so a lot of people have that. And you can find him on, there's a site called ricardo.ch in Switzerland, which is like our own personal. We have an ebay.ch, but it's a Swiss version of that. And he sells his pipes on there. And they're sort of in the middle, you know, price range about 140, 160 francs, which is maybe $150, $170. So, you know, certainly not at the lower end, not quite at the expensive end, which for me gets to 200 and up. Too expensive, but very affordable. But the quality, I tell you, the quality. And you get this marvelous pipe bag. I don't think pipe companies today put enough thought into this. The artisans are better at it. They give you a nice pipe bag, you know, with some difference or some kind of way you can recognize it, quality. Peterson are the worst. They are now giving you what appears to me to be almost a 50% plastic bag, maybe green. It may have a little bit of fibre in it, but I looked at it and I thought, this is their visiting card for their pipe. Why don't they give you a decent pipe bag? I even think, you know, Savanelli and Rossi and that, with those rather cheap red pipe bags, that, you know, they underestimate what it means. You know, it's just a little bit more investment in that would be appropriate, I think, but that's just my view. Anyway, you get this lovely blue, thick kind of canvas bag. This is absolutely protecting the pipe, which I do. I put them in a drawer together, and I don't want them to knock or rub against each other, and I want the pipe sock here to protect them, which it does. So look at that. That's a kind of semi-church warden pipe from Andreas Witschi, 9mm. Both pipes I have from him. He does probably mostly those because the market over here is mainly that. So that is bog oak, beautifully carved. Beautifully carved. I have actually smoked this one once, and it's absolutely does a perfect smoke, and got quite a bit of capacity, and it's just for me the right length. It's got the elegance of a church warden, but it's not sort of that long that it's a bit awkward to take with you. I mean, I've got a few church wardens and enjoy them as well, but I just like this sort of, it's about the Prince curve, isn't it? A bit longer than a Prince pipe. But based on this one he was taking offers, so I got I got the postage basically free. Anyone living in Switzerland, he sends it by B post, and it's included in the price. In this case, I got, with my offer, about 20 francs off, but in fact, as I said, he sends them anyway, price included, the shipping, and he signed it here, Witschi, on the side. A good Halloween pipe, wouldn't it? A Witschi pipe. So that's number one, and of course I got alerts now in Ricardo to see what else he's up to, and I saw this one. And yes, you know, you sometimes just can't resist it. But I have to say, I'm going to put the drawbridge down now on pipes for a while acquisition. Look at that. Look at that, gentlemen. Beautiful class, polished aluminium, you know, not silver, but it looks very, very nice. And the bowl, this is capacity, look at that. It's lovely to hold. Up to the second knuckle, easy. My hands are a little bit large, so I can't quite get the thumb in there, but it's almost a bowl and a half, maybe even 2 bowls of capacity that you've got there. Both of them 9mm. And I've got a White Elephant Super Mix in there. This is my new #1 go-to filter. It's got meerschaum and active charcoal, and I think it solves at least partly the taste problem, because people always say, you know, filters, they take the taste away. It's true, about maybe 20%. Some would say even more. But meerschaum doesn't. It just takes most of the moisture out, and this has a mix, so you've got a little bit of the tar and absorption and protection that active charcoal gives you, but you deal also with the moisture very effectively with meerschaum, and I think it's a clever innovation from White Elephant. Cap off. Look at the grain on it. Look at the grain. The grain. The holy grain. It's beautiful, isn't it? I shall smoke these certainly on the Swiss National Day, that's definite. And here, of course, also signed by him, Witschi. Marvellous. I'm so pleased to have those in my collection. I'm sure this has gone out now. Yep, right. Ah, this is paradise. I can feel the power of the sun, and the sun is now slowly getting over that mountain you see up there on the this one, Kienberg. When the sun goes over the top, I get like an hour more sun as it goes down the other side of that mountain, all the way to the little bump at the end, which is Stormykopf. You know that already, don't you, from my videos? So all of a sudden, the sun isn't setting at 5 o'clock or 4:45, it's setting at almost 5:45, you know, which is like, you know, it makes a huge difference. We need sunlight, you know. Of course, vitamin D is the happy vitamin. It's worth reading up about vitamin D. It does you a lot of good. And that's made in your skin. You can get supplements, and sometimes I even recommend to take those in winter. I think that even helps a little bit against depression. My wife has gone to see a friend of hers in Germany today, so I've got the whole roost to myself. Actually, I've been listening a lot about man caves and man corners, and I am allowed to smoke in our cellar with the window open in the corner, so I call it my man corner. You know, better that than nothing. But I'm glad to actually, ideal places to come here outside in the sun when it's not too windy or anything or rainy. Wonderful. Right. Well, I just want to wish everyone in the YouTube pipe community a wonderful International Pipe Smoking Day. Hope you're all going to enjoy one today at some point, one of your favourite tobaccos, one of your favourite pipes, and have good memories and good thoughts also about the future. Always important to look forward. Spring coming, not far away. What you're going to do, everyone tends to plan the holidays and things like that this time of year, you know, visits and all of that. And that's one thing I'm so grateful for, having retired a little early, is time. Because money is one capital, and you know, you've got to have a certain amount of it, but the older you get, the more valuable capital is time. And having time to do things and enjoy sometimes very simple things, to sit out, look at nature, watch the birds and admire the cloud formations and have your pipe, and of course you think about things, but the simple pleasures are the best, without any doubt. And on that note, I say cheerio to you all, and wish you again a wonderful International Pipe Smoking Day, and great fun for the future, and a good entrance to your springtime coming up. Take care everyone, bye bye.